Good afternoon and good evening. It's Dee Dee. How's it going? Hello, everybody. I don't have my laptop anymore. My little laptop asset. It's somewhere. I'll find it. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Though for some of you, it is definitely Wednesday. But that's okay. Wednesday. Ugh. My back cracked right before stream. Now I'm like, I just need to flop over. The moon looks like cheese. Very orange. I see. Not the cheese. Ranger has infected us all. Now everyone thinks of cheese. So yeah. Tonight's purpose, if y'all care at all, is I'm gonna be working on some stuff, but also we're gonna be chit-chatting about my trip and whatever else comes to mind. Hi, Dracon! Welcome, Ian! Hope y'all are doing well out there. Which reminds me, I shared it in the Discord, but they're nerfing some stuff in Grand Blue. Rest in peace, everyone who traded in for Mjolnir and they got to break the universe for a few minutes. a few raids, I guess, a few days. They were quick to nerf that. Oh yeah, I mean, they can't leave something that broken alone, especially with United Fight happening next week. I guess for better or worse, they were already planning to do maintenance in 2 days anyway, so it's good timing. I suppose I understand why, but yeah. Everyone had fun for a little bit, but yeah. I finished the debate you were having? What? Hey, Ranger's like, be right back. Yes, I know we're in the middle of a date, but I gotta go see this cat girl first. Crazy. Got business to take care of. He's got things to prove wrong or right or whatever. God related to that? Was sharing stories with Papa Melis and stuff like that, and somehow philosophy came up when I was visiting. It's a friendly debate amongst relatives. Those are never friendly. Those are never actually friendly. But yeah, and he was talking about, Papa Melis was talking about how he went to philosophy in school for the first time, and like how like he first started questioning religion because Uncle so-and-so was playing guitar in the church, and then he did philosophy stuff in university and he learned about Descartes and like, you know, I think therefore I am, and apparently he started questioning his own existence. And I'm like, wow, No wonder you're so jaded about everything. I'm like, yes, Isomnium talked about that. Like, yeah, like the whole, like, are we in a simulation, like, kind of thing. He's like, what? I'm like, a game I played had similar concepts, though none of that stuff ever made me question my existence. Then again, you know, growing up with access to the internet and not being raised religious, I don't think finding out about weird philosophy concepts would be enough to break my mind. Maybe Knives is real? Maybe Knives is real and they were in my hometown in, like, the 60s. You know? Maybe it was the psychedelics that made Papa Melis question his existence rather than just a cat. But who knows? It's so good! Oh, if I could play that game 1,000,000 times, I would. 999 as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what Uchitoshi does with the newer entries in that he's doing with what's his name? Kozukata? Hi, Art! Welcome in. One of those stories that really sticks with you? Oh, absolutely. God, it's like, I want there to be a third Isomnium, but the fact that the series ends on such a disquieting note with that, like, epilogue scene with the two Mizuki, I'm like, it's almost too good to break. Hope you're good? I'm good. The plan for tonight is just some chit-chatting about my trip, about whatever else, while I also work on some stuff. Because, I mean, we've got Valentine's Day next month to plan for. My streamiversary is in March. So, got lots of big events to plan for, in addition to whatever else I want to do. I feel like they would only try to go crazier for better or worse right to that day. Right, that day. The day I don't want to remember exists. Valentine's, not me. Not me. It'll be fine. I'll, like, teach you guys how to Riz. We'll play, like, romantic Cards Against Humanity, and maybe I'll teach you guys how to make brownies. There are many options. So, one of the things I need to plan for slowly is when I was talking to Toko yesterday, because after I finished stream, we raided Humble Hime, but Toko started streaming shortly after, so I went and hung out in Toko's chat as well. And I mentioned my idea of teaching my streaming friends who don't know how to cook as like a collab series, and Toko was like, please save me. So now I have to figure out how to do that. Because both Toko and Spooky are like, please save us. You're married to your career? Oh my god, that reminds me. So, remember when I left before my trip, I was like, I'm gonna meet some relatives I've never met before, and you know, when you go on these trips and you meet family or whatever for the first time, or the first time in a long time, they're like, you're so-and-so years old, and you're not married? Why? Like, where's your grandkids and stuff like that? And I was saying, I don't know if I want to lie or, like, actually divulge, like, yeah, I'm a lesbian, I'm homosexual, therefore no husband. But when I was at Rhoda's, who is Papa Melis's cousin that we just got to meet, she mentioned the family we were supposed to go visit after, are crazy religious, and it's like, don't bring up any kind of religious topic or like they're gonna go off the rails. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to go see the family anymore. So I got my parents to drop me off at home before they went. And I was like, hey, I'm sorry I bailed. Like, I did truthfully say I would only go visit this other family if we got to the city where I live before 6 p.m. We did not. I'm like, ergo, I need to go home and get ready for work the next day. I still need to shower. I still need to eat, all of that stuff. And then also, you know, I gotta be honest. When Rhoda said they were super religious, I got kind of scared about, like, the possibility that they, like, might not be okay with LGBTQ people. And if that's the case, I don't want to associate with them. Long story short, Papa Melis finally responded to my text, and he's like, well, in that case, it's like, you know, don't say, don't tell. You don't look LGBTQ anyway. And I'm like, this is just such a well-intended statement, but it's like, what do you mean I don't look like LGBTQ? What does an LGBTQ person look like to you? Do we exude rainbows out of our, like, do we have, like, a halo? Like, he meant well, he did. And I was like, how do I explain? And I'm like, do I want to explain? Do I want to explain to Papa Melis that the whole reason, it's like, it's not that I don't know, I can just avoid the topic. It's the fact that I don't want to closet myself just to hang out with some 80-year-olds. Because these are Papa Melis's uncle, so they would be like a great uncle to me. So I'm like, do I really want to closet myself just to hang out with some 80-year-olds? Not really. Saw your emails in Hime's chat, gave a phone, now you're gonna like, okay, thank you! Unfortunately, I burst out laughing. No, same. I messaged Duna immediately after, and I'm like, you gotta hear this. He's like, you don't look LGBTQ? I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's like, I don't look LGBTQ. He says, the day I wear my pleather pants. I'm like, come on now. It's like, okay, fine. Next time I'll make sure to dress in rainbow colors so there can be no confusion. Yeah, I was like, oh my god. Papa Melis means, well, he's getting... I mentioned before that Papa Melis, was already, like, somewhere in his 40s when I was born. So, like, you know, he's getting up there at this point. His memory's starting to go. Don't forget your membership card and the multiple hair colors. You're right. That's my mistake. Like, my hair is pink, but it's my natural color, so they didn't think anything of it. I need to, like, next time I go, I need to be, like, Hatsune Miku, basically. Yeah, his memory's starting to go. I woke up late-ish, and by late-ish, I mean at like 8 a.m., but for my parents, that's late. And so they made me some coffee, but, you know, I quote-unquote missed the window to get a cooked breakfast. So Papa Melis was like, hey, you can have like the muffin that's in the cooler if you want. Because since Mama Melis had like knee surgery last year, they have like a kitchenette upstairs, so she wouldn't have to move around as much. By kitchenette, I mean like she has like a little cooler in place of like a freezer. She's got a little microwave and a coffee maker kind of thing in the living room up there. I'm like, okay, cool. And then fast forward a few hours and Papa Melis is like, where'd the muffin go? And I'm like, ate it. He's like, why'd you take it? I'm like, you said I could have it. He's like, I said you could have one last night. And I'm like, you said I could have it this morning for breakfast. And Mama Mouse is like, you did say she could have it for breakfast. He's like, really? No. I'm like, why would I gaslight you over a muffin? And then I found out Papa Melis didn't know what gaslighting was. So I'm like, oh god, how do I explain this? Hi, Free! Thank you for the lurk, and hello, yappers! But yeah, I was like, oh my god. Like, I was like, I need to tell Chad about this when I'm back. I got, like, frickin' accosted and accused of trying to manipulate an old man's memory over a frickin' muffin. Yes. Yeah. He definitely repeats similar stuff. And, like, he's telling me the story. I'm like, I know. He's like, how do you know that? Then he pauses. It's like, did I already tell you that? Yeah. It's like, no way. Yeah. I'm not interested in lying to you, Dad. I'm not interested in, like, lying to you. And, like, that was how we got on this topic of potentially Mama Melis adopting a cat sometime in the summer after they go on their big road trip. Because she was like, wow, I was gonna wait until your memory's gone so I could just sneak the cat in. And when you're like, when did we get a cat? She's like, what do you mean you don't remember Toby? Toby's been here forever. Like, see, now that's evil. That's gaslighting someone. Those are some high-level strats, right? This is where I get it from. Me and Mama and Melis are very, very similar. Not gonna lie, you do it? Yeah, understandable. I seem to have managed to help wear Papa Melis down, but oh my god, yeah. Because, like, Mama was like, I'm shocked that, like, you know, you're okay with this. And it's like, well, you know, I always talk about not wanting the animal because, like, you know, I don't want to do anything. And we're like, yeah, no shit. You didn't do anything when, like, Diana actually lived here and she had Pep and Mogu with her. And he's like, well, they were destructive. And I'm like, not really. He's like, I can show you the claw marks they made in, like, the furniture and stuff like that. Basically, like, it's a 2-story house and there's, like, a living room on each area of the house. But Papa Melis didn't want any cat stuff outside the second floor. Like, he even talked about trying to find a way to barricade the stairwell so the cats couldn't get to the other levels. And I'm like, yeah, they scratched the furniture because you wouldn't let me put, like, a scratching post on the main floor for them. So, like, you know, what else are they supposed to do? Like, there's a living room on both floors. I know. My parents are crazy. There's, like, the man cave basement. There's, like, a living room on the floor with the kitchen and the dining room. So, like, there's, like, a floor, it's like the entrance, kitchen, dining room, living room, and then there's, like, you know, a living room upstairs and the bedrooms. And I'm like, damn. That sounds cool as hell, yeah. I was impressed because they sold the house I grew up in and moved to this one shortly after Papa Melis retired way back when, and I'm like, sheesh, this is fancy. But yeah, I was like, no, the Pep and Mogu were destructive. You didn't want any cat things on the main floor. Ergo, you know, they did what cats do. And he's like, that's not true. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's like you tried to barricade them upstairs and like you were gonna build like a baby gate, and Mama and I were like, they're kittens. That's not gonna stop them. It's like you would have to build something from like, you know, floor to ceiling and like build a door if you wanted to actually keep the cats contained. Parents try to gaslight you. They do. They do. They're like, there's no way I'm remembering this wrong. It's like, yeah. I love you, Papa Melis, but we're not surprised with that. Like, you know, you're not like a huge animal lover and like all that stuff. Cause Snowball, my childhood dog, which I shared photos of in the Discord, he oh, Papa Melis had a time with that boy when he was young because, you know, dogs know when you don't want anything to do with them. Cats as well, but cats are more likely just to avoid you, I find, rather than be destructive. Snowball destroyed 3 watches of Papa Melis's. A whole bunch of clothes as well, shoes, whatever else. Only his. Because, you know, he wasn't like abusive to the dog or anything like that, but like dogs know they want nothing. Shoes, everything. Anything this dog could get its mouth on, he was tearing apart as long as it belonged to Papa Melis. And the vet's finally like, sir, you need to make friends with the dog or this is never gonna stop. And guess what? Finally did. It's like, yeah, Dad. Dog's asserting dominance here and you're losing. Sad for the shoes? Understandable. You do like your shoes. Papa Melis never became really that stereotypical. It's like, oh, Dad didn't want the pet and now they're BFFs. But I mean, Dad would go out in his garden and, you know, Snowball would like hang out outside with him. So I mean, they were pals, just not besties. So it was like close enough. So yeah, we'll see. I will send photos once Mama Melis gets her cat. The small. God. What was it? Rhoda, Papa Melis's cousin that we met, she's one of those ladies that are like super... Oh, careful with the emotes. We do have a limit just to prevent like giant blocks of emotes. Yes, that's okay. I accidentally got a new puppy. 5 doggos! Oh my goodness. Yeah, what was his name? Mark, I think? Cousin Rhoda's son, he and his wife have like 4 doggos, and I'm like, oh my god. That is so much energy. I could not. I've told you guys stories about Gus, which is the doggo Cousin Rhoda and her husband have, and I'm like, I couldn't handle 4 of you guys. You're adorable, but I could not handle that many. 4 of them are puppies. Oh, God. Now that's some high energy. That's some high energy. That's very cute, but also very high energy. Are they gonna be big dogs? Do you know? They just run all day and destroy. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. Versus, well, I mean, 4 kittens could be kind of destructive too, but mostly, like, they're just interested in climbing shit. The newest one is a husky, so she'll be decently big. The other 3, you have no idea. Ooh, it'll be a surprise. Oh my god, though, huskies. Oh, huskies. The drama queens of the dog world. You will have an interesting time. So I have no idea where we found him. Just found some saved dogs. Like, hey, psst, come back to my place. No, it's fine. It's fine. These humans, they're stupid. They're stupid, I tell you. They'll just go with it. You're fine. No, it's not gonna be weird. They're like, oh, we have new dogs. Cool, that's fine. I actually think he tries to talk to you. Huskies are like crazy smart. And they are very sociable from my understanding. So yeah, if you don't put that husky to work in some fashion or another, like yeah, they get crazy bored. Oh yeah, no, you can't take. Yeah. They are so yappy. Like in the best meaning of the word. Cause yeah, they frickin' drama queens. I've heard stories and like videos, seen videos and stuff of people like, yeah, our neighbors thought we were killing a dog or like something like that. No, it's just the husky having a fit. Because they have a surprisingly varied vocal range. So like, it's like... I'm like, yeah, that seems about right. Mama... one of my uncles, way back when, he had already gotten rid of either like adopted or they had passed away. One of my uncles used to have huskies, and for a brief period of time when Mama Melis was young, she had lived with her brother while going to school, and she told the story about, you know, being taken for a drag, basically. Like, you know, you're not fully paying attention. The husky decides to chase something, and now you're being dragged along for the ride because the dog weighs as much as you, and is much more muscular. He also had a husky that it turned out was part wolf. Apparently she got loose and she had her taste of first blood when she killed the neighbor's chickens, and it's like, well, we have to get rid of the dog now. Hunter hates dog. Oh, hates us, yeah. Some of them are like, you'll never catch me alive. Welcome back, Ranger. I've just been yapping about all manner of stuff as I do things here and there. Somehow we got on the topic of doggles, so... Ugh, big stretch, okay. Trying to think, what's some other good stories I'm looking from when I was visiting family. Doggles and I missed it? This can't be. Yeah, you came in just at the tail end. Yeah, after Huskies, my uncle had German Shepherds, which apparently I met them at some point. I have no memory of it. apparently, they literally knocked me over by accident. Like, I got too close to the tail, basically. I was like 2 years old. It was very, very, very small. Trying to think of some stream ideas because I'm trying to force myself to sit down and actually plan out some stuff. I have to still plug it in. I guess that's something else. I need to test out some stuff so I'll make a list for that as well because I finally got someone on Twitter had shared, it's basically like a teacher's projector, but it plugs into the computer and it has a camera so you can very much more easily do the top-down view when you do hand cam stuff. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. Edias! Thank you for the resub, 18 months. Oh yeah, Edias has been here since almost the beginning. Not here every single time, but they used to be. They used to be a pretty familiar face. They still come around quite often. Things to test. And I still owe you guys a Ring Fit stream, so I need to see. I need to do like a small Ring Fit test on my own. Because obviously I can't move my computer to the living room. So I'm like, will I have enough space in my room without rearranging furniture? Or should I rearrange my furniture before we do a Ring Fit stream? Important questions. Plus there's hardwood in my room, so I'm like, I should probably wear shoes when I do this. You're an old man. You're an old man. I hear ya. Does it always work out? What am I doing? Oh, can you guys hear me? I'm writing on my iPad. Like with like the Apple Pencil. I'm making a to-do list of stuff. Cause at least half of, cause like it says on the tin, this is partially just chatting, and this is also forcing me to sit down and get some work done. Something about a Ring Fit. Oh, gotcha. Cause you don't know what Ring Fit is? Oh wow. Okay. Ring Fit is a game for the Nintendo Switch. Technically, it's in the same vein as like Wii Fitness kind of thing, where it's a game that Nintendo came out with that forces you to do exercise. And it's actually decently intense, so a lot of people will occasionally do a stream with the Ring Fit, either to prove their physical fitness or to make chat laugh at how unphysically fit they are. And so back when I had my birthday stream in September, we had a wheel that would spin depending on how many subs were gifted, donations were made, blah, 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 blah. And one of the things on it was I would do a Ring Fit stream. So I still owe you guys that, and that's why I was saying I need to test it out first to see if I need to move furniture around before I do something like that. didn't know there was anyone under the age of 20 that didn't know what Ring Fit was. You learn something new every day. Wah, wah, wah. Surprise! No, but still, it was pretty popular for a while. That's the only reason I'm surprised. But that's fine. We can't know everything and anything after all. You don't want to be 20? Why? You're not even of legal age in most of the world yet. What are you afraid of? There's very little difference between 19 and 20. It's all in your head. If you're gonna feel old, excuse you. Guys, we need to get him out of here. All of us frickin' people over the age of 28, and we've got this infant going like 20, so old. Now hold up, right? Those are some fighting words. They say age is just a number, and truly it is. Like, I swear to God, at this point, I forget how old I am half the time. After you pass those, like, you know, like, hey, you're 20, now you're 21, you can drink anywhere, you're 25 now, like, you're out of university. Once you pass those milestones, everything just blurs together. You stop feeling old or young anytime your birthday comes around. Honestly, it's kind of the same, yeah. After a certain point, it all just starts feeling samey until, you know, you hit middle age, and then they're like, people, like, you see those cards of people who are like, oh, like, you're turning 40. Oh my God, welcome to middle age. It's kind of the same until someone at the card shop calls you uncle. Oh God, yeah. I'm not ready to be auntie. I think, like, I occasionally get ma'am, and I'm like, what part of me looks like a ma'am to you? I'm like, you better just call everyone ma'am. Auntie Diana, no. No. Hiss. Hiss. No. No, 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 no. It was, oh, what was it? Something of the Night, that series, that anime that had, like, a vampire, and, like, the whole thing about her is, like, she's embarrassed because she's, like, a vampire, but she's only 30 years old. And, like, there was, like, a line where he was like, to be honest, like, I still call women in their 30s, like, One-san, and she's like, oh, how nice of you! Castlevania? No, not Castlevania. It was an anime. Oh, what was it? Call of the Night, that's it. I mean, yes, it does have a show, but I don't consider it anime. It doesn't have that anime vibe to me, you know? But yeah, it was Call of the Night I was thinking of. Symphony of the Night? No, I said something of the night. But I guess it probably would have sounded like symphony. Netflix originals. Man. At some point, I need to get Netflix back and just binge all of the anime that's on there that I like. I don't watch enough stuff consistently to reasonably keep more than like one subscription service active at a time. Oops, God. I need to get a longer cable for my mic. I bought a short one just to get by, and now I'm like, it's getting in the way of everything. I mean, to be fair, usually it's not a problem because I'm not usually doing stuff on the desk while I have my mic plugged in. Right now I'm doing kanji practice while I'm thinking of it. Yeah, I did a auditory test recently, and it's like I'm pretty firmly set in N5 for Japanese, which is nice. N5 is like kind of like the lowest certification you can get. N4, like I'm probably somewhere between N4 and N5. I've started playing Grand Blue in Japanese as practice. Hi, Jambola! How you doing? We're just here chit-chatting about stuff while I also study, work on stream stuff, all that good stuff. Lots to do. I used to do these kinds of streams more often to try and force myself to get some better habits. I might have to get back into that. I've been really slacking off stream. I need to get back to doing the playing games using sites in other languages. It's really helpful. Yeah, 95% of the time, doing Grand Blue in Japanese isn't that bad because, like, we all basically know what our buttons are. Today, with the new event, was the first time I had a struggle. Because I was trying to read the requirements for the missions, and I'm like, I have never seen. I'm like, I know separately what these words are. I don't know what they are together. And so I'm trying to look it up at this, and I'm like, oh God, I can't remember how this one's read aloud. Shoot. In the end, it was the word for omen, like the cancel 3 or more omens, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I got this 3 something, something, something. I'm like, I don't know what the first one is. Prior something? Prior something? It was like prior sign, essentially, and together that means omen, so. Very ominous, yeah. The word for omen in Japanese is, yocho? I think it's pronounced yocho. I told myself I should have written it down, but I did not. Omen. Yocho? Yeah, yocho is omen, sign, what have you. It's nice to see. It's like, hey, not only do I know enough Japanese to know to basically be able to navigate around these menus, I know enough to vaguely translate new content, which is nice. I'm gonna have to put up like a sign when I stream Guild Wars. I looked up specifically what it was. It's like, you know, the game is in Japanese, but I will be speaking English. What was it? I like formed the sentence myself when it was close to correct. It's like, game wa nihongo desu. Da kedo shaberu wa eigo. No, that's not right. But yeah. Hang on. Where's Deep L? My brain is not working. There we go. Game wa nihongo desu ga, watashi wa eigo de hanashite imasu. Which is games in Japanese, but I'm speaking English. Otherwise, we're gonna get people who like just see the Japanese on the screen and they're like, "Oh, JP stream." No. I could probably understand you in chat, but you might not understand anything I'm saying. I have Grand Blue going on the side because you gotta grind this event. I already have one of like each new weapons. Yes, go off. I believe in the words you speak. Arigato gozaimasu. Gambarimasu. Gonna do my best. Wow, what a coincidence. Sakebu. This I know. The interesting thing about where I am in my Japanese studies is I'm at the point, like level 43 in Wanikani? So I'm at the point that it's teaching me words that I've known forever because of anime, but are like technically high-level words. Like, hey, I know the kanji for Kitsune. I know the kanji for Peach. I already know this. God. New Honkai Star Rail region tonight. There's already frickin'... There were already spoilers on Twitter this morning because, you know, Asia time zones and all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna kill you guys. It's fun getting better at a language. It is. It all felt worthwhile for me at some... Because I've been doing it on and off for years now. But, like, I finally, like, tried to buckle down more recently. And, like, I've been doing bits and pieces every day. But it got... the most real it felt that, like, hey, I actually made progress was when I started to understand Japanese tweets. And, like, I had this profound moment where I'm like, we really are just all the same no matter what language we speak, because, like, you know, they fangirl similar to us. The one tweet that really stuck with me is it was a fan artist that I really liked, and they were talking about their mother's cancer treatments. And, like, just the fact that I knew enough to understand what she was talking about. Making that connection is fascinating. Yeah, it's like... It's not like I didn't know that we're all people, But somehow, when you finally are able to connect on a familiar topic across the language barrier with someone, that's when you're really like, yes, these are people. These are 1000% people. With very similar worries and like joys and all of the stuff that comes with the human condition. So one thing to know is another to experience. Exactly, yeah. Having that like connection in place, I was like, not everyone can learn another language, but part of me was like, everyone should, because then it feels like no one would. Well, I mean, people would still disrespect other people, but for me, it was like, it really humanized people. So like, yeah, when you see people are like, well, you know, I'm just gonna like post art wherever because whatever, I'm like, no, you're hurting a real person's feelings. It's like, I know you know they're people, but I mean, I'm serious. God, related to that, there was a BL series I was really into, and they actually went on hiatus because of pirates. And they were like, I already have a localization deal in the works. Until you guys stop doing this, I'm not going to resume publishing the series. And I was like, damn. Good on you. Like, you were really like, no. Stop. And like, I get it, it's hard because for some people, they never get stuff localized in their language or available in their country. And as humans, we really want to enjoy art and stuff like that. But at the same time, when it's someone's livelihood, we're not entitled to it. Sounds like a bold move. It really was. I was impressed. I'm like, you can consider me a fan for life now. Because I know a lot of mangaka and other people talk about how soul-breaking it is to see their stuff get pirated, because it's not like most manga creators are millionaires or anything. Like, a lot of them are barely making ends meet and they're breaking their bodies making art, and so we disrespect them when we rob them of their ability to have a livelihood, basically. You never know what's going to get localized too. Yeah, it's like the chicken and the egg thing, because a lot of stuff that gets recommended to publishers to get localized comes from people who have read scanlations. And so it's like, the market as it is can't exist without piracy and people finding out about stuff through piracy, because not everyone can read Japanese manga or have the means to find Japanese manga. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, if we don't ensure that these people have living wages and good living conditions, then, like, you know, it's gonna fall apart. Via the subscription, yeah. It's, from my understanding, at least part of that is from some companies finally realizing they can't tackle piracy the way they do in Japan, because unfortunately, the moral system between the Western world and the Eastern world is very different. Like, there's still piracy in the Eastern world, but you can also enforce stuff more easily, and shaming people works quite well. Here, people are like, well, what are you gonna do? Arrest me? Like,
Oh yeah, I mean, the amount of stuff that gets published in Japan is bananas, so you're not gonna get everything. But the more you put your money where your mouth is and support stuff, the more variety you will get. Because that's why when they first started bringing over, like, Yuri and Girls Love manga, even if it didn't look like it was something I was interested in, I was buying up everything anyway to help show that, like, yes, there's a market for it. Because Yuri sells is like the word, like, it sells okay. But compared to, like, BL and, like, you know, shonen, it sells quite poorly. Like, you know, it's the same people, it's the same audience buying it over and over again. It's very rarely do you get new people breaking into it, so to speak. So, like, you know, the top sellers would be shonen, then, like, BL, shoujo, and then Yuri, basically. So, yeah. Like, I feel almost obligated that if I have the money to buy anything that has an inkling of Yuri, just to, like, keep the market going. Back in the day when there was, like, 2 series, literally. Like, did I like Citrus? Which was, like, you know, Yuri series about 2 girls who end up becoming, like, stepsisters and stuff. Did I really like it? Not really. Did I buy like 4 volumes of it just so we could eventually get other series that I would like? Unfortunately, yes, I did. I mean, it wasn't awful. I've definitely read heterosexual incest series that were worse. Oh, Strawberry Panic. Oh my god, Strawberry Panic, was it horrible? But was it great either? God, Strawberry Panic, that's going back to like 2007. I did kind of enjoy that one. It wasn't like my absolute favorite. I really didn't like, oh, what was the name? Shizuku and Nagisa, or like whatever it was. I liked the other couples, but it was okay. I mean, Yuri at a girls' school is like pretty common. Cause Maria Sama ga Miteru is probably the most well-known in that genre. And that genre is apparently how they used to get around censorship stuff. Because, like, it used to be the perception of Yuri was it's like, oh, this is just what girls get up to when there's no guys around. But as soon as they graduate, you know, they're gonna go back to being normal and become good wives to men or like something like that. So a lot of those Yuri series existed within the confines of those all-girls schools because it was like the only acceptable like, I guess, venue for it, with like, you know, the implied with the implication that like once they graduate they're gonna stop, you know, being gay and go back to being like heterosexual, basically. Same thing with queer old characters in Hollywood, cause there are queer characters in old Hollywood movies and stuff, but the whole thing was if you have queer characters in the movies, you have to follow the morals of the day, which means, you know, yeah, you have queer characters, but they're not allowed to have a happy ending. Because, you know, it's immoral, which is where the whole bury your gays thing came from. Because if there was a queer character in a movie or a TV show, they would have to die by the end. And that was the only way they were allowed to exist. You guys get me on some crazy stuff. Well, I mean, technically I get myself on these tangents, but you guys provide the fuel for the fire. I think Bride of Dracula or one of them was very obvious, but never explicitly confirmed. I think so, yeah. Because, yeah, you could have them, you could apply it, but if it was overt, like, you would have to kill them off, basically. And this is why, I mean, art can't exist in a vacuum. But this is why when you get religion involved in art and other stuff, it gets a little bananas. Hi, Luna! How you doing? We're out here just yapping about whatever. I talked about my break a little bit. Now I'm just yapping about whatever comes to mind while I also work on planning some stuff for like future streams. And also like my kanji practice for Japanese and stuff. Yes, hello. Hello, Pep. These guys were cute. They apparently they didn't eat much while I was gone, which was worrying. But as soon as I came back, they've been big, clingy babies. I'm like, oh, I missed Mama. My heart. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Hi, yes. Thinly veiled hunger strike? No, literally. I mean, part of the problem was, Iduna and Ace, they came to feed them, and I mean, it's stressful having weird people around, and then also, I forgot to put out the right plates, so they use different plates, because I noticed Pep and Mogu don't like, they won't eat if it's served on some of the plates I have. Like, it probably bothers their whiskers and stuff, because whisker fatigue is a thing that happens with cats, and I think to some extent dogs, but especially cats. So, like, that was probably part of the problem, too. They're like, this is the wrong plate. It's like, you know, when your babysitter would make you dinner and you're like, I can't eat this. You made it wrong. But yeah, like, Mogu isn't usually the type of cat that purrs very audibly. But I was laying on the bed yesterday after I finished work, because my routine after I finish work is to lay down with them for like about an hour before a stream, and like, you know, sometimes I'll have a nap, other times I'm just there doing like reading or like whatever else. And she curled up with me and she was purring audibly, and I'm like, oh, baby. Hi, Tsumaki. Hello. Welcome in. We're just chit-chatting today while I work on some stuff, so as usual, I just bounce all over the place. What? Are you hungry? I mean, of course you are. Why would you be bothering me otherwise, Pep? Wait, Yapamelis today? I'm always Yapamelis, but especially today we're Yapamelis. Hi. While you're being a butt, I figured I'll check your nails. Yeah, these look like they need trimming. numbers right here? I do. Alrighty, girly. One. 2. We'll leave that one alone. We'll leave that one alone. Okay, there you go. Be free. Sometimes when their pep is being a pain in the butt while I'm streaming, I'll grab her and check her nails, and after that she's like, you know what, I'm not going near you anymore. I'm like, that's okay for tonight. I betrayed your trust, I'm sorry. Sometimes they want attention, sometimes they're just... who knows? Cats vocalize to speak to humans because they communicate with other cats in lower tones we can't hear unless they're kittens, in which case kittens still vocalize to talk with their mama. So yeah, if a cat's screaming, it's literally because of you. Not for anything else. They're trying to tell you something. Whether or not we can figure that out, I think dogs are similar as well. Like they do bark at each other, but primarily the barking is to communicate with us. Oh my god, I am 4 points short of the next level up point in the Grand Blue event. Darn it! Someone's screaming for their life outside. Oh my god! You were out of it? What's the topic about? I brought up the Grand Blue event very briefly. I mean, I just bounce all over the place. And now there's someone screaming outside the window. Why y'all screaming outside at 8 p.m.? Scream louder to show dominance? I mean, I don't need to do that. I'm already dominant. I'm already confident. Oh, seriously, I swear, that's like a rite of passage in a way. Almost everyone had like people scream outside their window for no reason. And it's like, why? It's a Tuesday. If it was Friday or Saturday, I could blame it on the drunks, but it's like, it's Tuesday. What's happening here? You could still blame it on the drunk. I mean, sure. I mean, in all likelihood, very possible. But, you know, if it happens on a Friday, it's like, oh, it's just the university students. They're being rowdy. happens on a Tuesday, you're like, oh my god, what is happening here? They scream for ice cream. Well, there is a lot of snow out there. I guess they could help themselves. Though, like, it used to be okay-ish to eat snow. Now, not so much because of all the acid rain and all the forever chemicals and stuff. You scream, we scream, we all scream for ice cream! Woohoo! And now Mogu, or sorry, Pep is just like stretched out like a bug on a rug. Carly, what do you see? Not a thought behind those eyes, huh? She's thinking. She's thinking, but at the same time, no lights are home. God, I haven't had ice cream in a bit. In the summer, I tend to buy a ton of ice cream mochi, but I go through it so fast because I can't stop myself. It's so good. Whoops. What's y'all's favorite dessert / ice cream? I had some creme brulee on the weekend, and I mean, it's nice. It's very, very sweet, though, so I only ate like a quarter of it. Cheesecake? Cheesecake is good. You can't go wrong with cheesecake. Cheesecake I like. Strawberry or cookie dough for ice cream? Honey ice cream. Ooh. I think I bookmarked it, or at least liked it to try and find it. I saw someone doing like a recipe for fluffy Japanese pancakes. I'm like, I need to try that. Yeah, I think you could probably just drizzle honey on ice cream, but I'm sure there are ice cream brands that put the honey in the actual ice cream. I really like matcha ice cream, and I really like red bean. I love anything with red beans. God, Dad sent me 9 text messages about other relatives. Dad, you need to stop. He started searching for relatives because he wanted to find out the circumstances for why he got put up for adoption and stuff like that. And now he's just... I'm like I felt... like I heard the phone buzz, so I decided like, oh yeah, I'll check. Like, just in case. 95% of the time, like, you know, it's just a Discord notification, but you never know. It might be important. And then I see, like, stuff like, oh, Renee, oldest of the triplets, and I'm like, what is this? And then I see the 9 next to Dad, and I'm like, oh my God. sir. Sir! You need to stop! Like, after we visited with his newfound relatives, I asked if he liked them and if he's happy, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Because, I mean, I don't need more relatives. I'm happy with the family I already have. But this was important to you, so as long as you're happy with the outcome, that's great. Like, his cousin was like, oh, you'll like the family that lives in the town. You do, Diana. They're really great people, and it's good to have that connection because, you know, if you ever run into trouble, like, they're the people that would actually help you. And I'm like, I didn't say this out loud. I'm like, but I already have my family here. It's Iduna and her partner. Like, the people that I have known for like 15 years. Like, I don't need a distantly related blood family to help me out of a situation. I already have people who I can turn to in terms of trouble, like... Have enough family, thank you very much. Yeah, and like, this is also the family that is apparently like crazy religious, and that's why I'm like, I mean, if it turns out they're homophobic, if they find out I'm queer, that help might be revoked. So I'm like, yeah, might be best not to. Because, I mean, oftentimes, you know, you hear stories about people reconnecting with adopted family, and then, you know, you have one meeting and that's it. It's like, no one ever gets invited to, like, family outings or anything like that. So it's like... kind of interesting the perspective people can have shortly after meeting. Oh, 100%. Rhoda is interesting because it felt like she was constantly trying to convince Papa Melis that his birth mother was not a bad person for like giving him up for adoption and like fleeing the country like 6 months later, like all that stuff. Like, it felt like she was constantly trying to make amends, and then at the same time, she's like, Diana, and, like, I turned to her, because we're at the kitchen table, and she's like, look at my kids in the kitchen, aren't they great? They don't let us do anything, and I'm like, is this a jab at the fact that I'm sitting at the kitchen table not doing anything? Like, I don't know you, lady. I just met you. Like, I'm not gonna, like... Whether or not you become family in my eyes is yet to be seen. Like, we were in the car on the way there and... I forget the exact line, and they were like, it's like, yay, new family, and I'm like, not yet. Like... It's like, they still need to pass the vibe check, like... Like, if Dad's happy with them, that's great. Just because they are also my blood relatives doesn't mean I have to be happy about them. Plenty of people are lovely in the first meeting, for sure. And then, like, yeah, you get to know them and you're like, what? or they stay great. But, you know, that's me having social anxiety and also being a little cautious. Because Papa Melis was, as soon as he found these relatives, he was immediately planning to, like, go to Cape Breton in, like, where was it, Nova Scotia or New Brunswick? I can't remember which province, and, like, meet his extended family. And I was like, I'll come with you if that's the case. Because I didn't know if Mama Melis was gonna go because she has a bad knee. I'm like, I'm not letting this old man go all the way across the country to meet these people. We have no idea what they're like just because some genealogy website says that you're, like, second cousins or something like that. we played a game where, like, you know, people are seventh 7-degree removed cousins, and like they're like, yeah, we're dating now. you don't know anything about these people. And that's the thing you start to learn about me as you meet me. I'm nice, but I'm also like extremely protective of my people. Like once you're within my inner circle, I will never let anything happen to you if it's within my power. Like, please see Iduna having like stalkers, and I am literally just like, I've inserted myself between her and this person, and I'm like, you're talking to me now. You need to go. Yeah, you need to go. Don't talk over my head. I'm right here. You're talking to me now. You're not allowed to talk to Iduna. You're talking to me now. Get out of here. Try living in a small town where everyone is related. Ah, yes, the quote-unquote, like, Irish stereotypical, like, village kind of thing. Do. But yeah, that's people's first mistake. They're like, Diana is small and tiny. I'm like, yeah. I will bite your nose off if that's the only option I have. Like, don't underestimate me just because I'm teeny. Just like the small dogs that don't realize they're not as big as the big dogs. I have no self-preservation. I am ready to throw down. Tiny but mighty? 1000%. She's small, innocent, and doesn't bite. Ha 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 ha. I remember one time Iduna had asked me, because we were at a convention and she was doing photos. She's like, can you like make sure random tourists aren't snapping photos of me because it like makes me uncomfortable? I'm like, of course. And so I'm out here literally confronting families that took photos of her, and I'm in like Gothic Lolita that day. Like, I'm not in cosplay, so I'm like a little more normally dressed, but I'm still in like a big poofy frilly dress and like a wig and stuff like that. And, like, they start going, like, well, you know, it's just a photo and this is in public. I'm like, yes, it's in public, but we're on private property. Like, who owns the land you're standing on? Is it city land? Because if that's the case, yes, you can technically do whatever the hell you want and I can't stop you. If this is owned by the convention hall we're standing in front of, no, you can't do whatever you want, and you are bound by the policies of the location. And they say no unauthorized photos. So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna get down and try and look up who owns the land we're standing on? Or are you just gonna delete the photo and move on? People can be weird. They can be very weird, yeah. That's the one benefit of being in having done public relations and journalism. I'm like, I can talk circles around a lot of people. Not everyone, but it's like a lot of people, if you just confront them with enough wording and you're just like really unpleasant to deal with, a lot of people will just back down and leave rather than, like, you know, deal with the hassle, basically. So it's like, yes. So this was happening in Montreal in Quebec. The laws I was talking about apply in Ontario, where I live. I don't know how it is in Quebec, But neither does the English-speaking tourist. So it's like, I got him. I got him. Cause yeah, it's like, I get it. We're out here, we're in weird costumes and stuff. But we're not a spectacle. We're not part of your vacation. We're not a tourist attraction here. We're people in our 20s and 30s trying to enjoy some of the free time we have. Don't be weird to take like stealth photos of people. Enjoy your vacation with your kid in the stroller instead. Stretch. Guys, I've been yapping for like 100 minutes. Crazy. My yapping streams my solely ZATSUDAN chat and chill streams do tend to be a little shorter. Because even though I am like the yap master, so to speak, there does get to a point where I'm like, oh god, I'm tired. The brain has turned to mush. Okay. If we were playing, if this was United Fight time with Grand Blue and stuff, this is when I usually break out, like, the other gacha games. And I'm like, let's look at something else. Here you go. No breaks, just yap, 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 yap. This is why Rhoda, my dad's cousin, who's like a retired teacher or something, she's like, yeah, you don't need to be tested. I could tell just looking at you. You have ADHD. I'm like, oh. Because Mama and Papa and Melis told a story about, I just kept yapping and my parents were trying to get away from me to try and have time to themselves. And so they locked themselves in the bathroom and I come in through like the side door that was connected to the master bedroom, and I have not stopped talking this whole time, apparently. I'm like, well, understandably, you don't want to tell your child, go away. Especially when they're as sensitive as me, because I would have, like, absolutely started sobbing. But you know, you gotta say something. I can appreciate how difficult it is for parents. Where it's like, you need to work with the intelligence level of this tiny human, and you gotta respect their feelings. But everything a tiny child feels is very different to an adult. So it's very difficult to get it just right. It was nice to see my parents, though. I haven't gone in quite a while, because, I mean, my mental health wasn't that great. I had to, like, recover first. After all the stuff I'd been through during COVID. And, I mean, COVID itself just made me not want to travel. And for a long while, I was still like, I don't want to travel. I don't want to travel. And then, I mean, I don't drive, and Greyhound pulled out of Canada. And so for a while there was like a void. Like, yeah, there were buses that ran, but like they would pick you up randomly in places, and I'm like, I don't trust this. I don't trust this. But I don't want to pay $70 to take the train. So like, I'm just gonna wait for things to balance out a bit. But yeah, oh my god. Rhoda's family was like subtly judging me. They're like, how often do you go see your parents? Once a month? And bless Papa Mouse's heart, he was just like, once a decade. And like, for the brief second, like the looks they gave me, I'm like, no. It's been a couple years, but that's because busing has been really bad. And I don't drive. Plus, the company that used to come feed my cats can't come feed my cats anymore for a variety of reasons. So it's like I have to rely on friends in Iduna, and like, you know, it's a lot to ask someone every single month to come and feed your cats for you. Because you can't bore them like you do dogs. And even then, you hear horror stories about people's dogs getting, like, abused or whatever else when they get boarded at kennels. It's like, I mean, if you guys came and picked me up, I could just bring the cats with me and then, like, you know, no problems, but... They did. Mama and Papa and Melis didn't bite. Traveling is easier when someone else is doing it. Absolutely. And I mean, it's like Mama and Papa and Melis are both getting older. Mama and Melis's knees aren't the greatest. So I'm like, I don't want to force them to drive like 3 hours one way to pick me up and then 3 hours to drive me back. When I could like do it myself just by taking the bus or the train, just I can't do it as often. I mean, Iduna and our partner are happy to do it. But it's like, I don't want to take advantage of people's kindness. Especially since they keep refusing to take my money! I do have their banking information. I could just, like, you know, fling it into their bank accounts and be like, there, take it. But Iduna would just send it right back. Like, we would just end up playing ping pong with the same, like, you know, $50 because I'm like, no, take it. You did me a favor. She's like, no, you're family. We don't take money from family. No, take it. It's for the gas. It's fine. You don't live that far away. Just grab her wallet and slip it in. In a perfect world. But like I said, she would just find a way to fling the money back at me, or like, you know, next time we're out, she'd grab the check and she's like, ha, now I've paid you back. how long would it take to walk? Like from Iduna's place to my place? Because of the way the city is structured, it would take about an hour. But it's like 10 minutes by car. That kind of thing. On a bus, it's like half an hour kind of thing. It's just because, like, you know, residential neighborhoods, not all the roads connect to each other. So you kind of, if you're walking, you kind of have to do like a big loop-de-loop kind of thing. So yeah, good old Canadian niceness. You have to find ways to trick each other into like accepting money. I was talking to Iduna about grocery stuff, and she's like, do you want us to look for this stuff when we go to like Costco? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, if here's a small list. If you find any of this stuff, I will pay you what it is, plus a little bit extra for gas, because, you know, you guys are gonna have to drive it to me. She's like, nope, no gas. You live close enough to us that it doesn't matter anyway, because we're going there anyway. I'm like, okay. It's like, shut up and just take my money! Just take my money! Like, you're doing me a favor. Just take the extra $10. Come on. Just take it and buy yourself a coffee or something. Come on. That's the downside when you've known someone for so long. It's just, yeah, we're just constantly tit for tat. We're always in a state where we like sort of quasi owe each other money. Because like one of us will be like, oh my god, I want this thing, but like, you know, my paycheck's like next week and like the pre-orders end before then, and it's like, I just got paid. I'll buy it for you. You can just pay me back. So like we're in a constant flux of owing each other money, or like, you know, trying to pay each other back for doing each other favors, and neither of us are actually taking money, so we have to do stuff like, let's go out for coffee, and then like, you know, you snipe the bill. It's like, this is me paying you back, you can't say anything. That's why I go with gifts instead. People seem more accepting. Oh, for sure. That's often what I have to do. But at least in the case of, like, you know, paying Iduna back for, you know, gas because they went and got groceries, it's like, I mean, I'm paying you guys, I'm sending you money anyway for whatever. Like, just take it. It does not always happen. It's funny, because, yeah, you'll get people who have lived in like near poverty conditions who are very, very giving with their money. And then you get people who are raised with like the silver spoon in their mouth, and they will like send you a money request for like $5. Yeah, I should take advantage of the fact that the current location for the apothecary is by a Miniso, which sells, you know, a lot of cute Disney stuff, cute Sanrio stuff, and preemptively get some gifts to throw at her. Related to gifts, I guess I can share this. I was figuring she was gonna do this, but she wasn't able to get it done in time. Apparently, her plan for Christmas was she was gonna make me the first one and only Dee Dee plushie. But, like, she wasn't able to finish it in time, so I have not seen it yet. But I suspected that's what she was doing, because she hinted she might design a pattern for a Dee Dee plushie at some point. That'll be cool, right? I was like, I kind of figured that's what you were doing. Take your time. Like, that'll be fun. She's a very talented seamstress. Like, she did a pretty good job with all of her cosplays. Like, there's just something about her brain that is really good at taking, like, the two-dimensional idea of a pattern and making a product out of it. I can picture it already. Yeah, we'll have to see, because I mean, some people make plushies that are like, they basically stand up. Some make plushies where, like, you know, they sit. So I don't know what style she's going for, but I'm looking forward to whenever she's able to finish it. And in a true nerd fashion, I haven't received my Furamoko plushies yet, but I'm excited for once I have them and Dee Dee plush, so I can sit with my Yoshis. Furamoko. Furamoko, moko, moko, moko. That's right. They're having new outfits soon. Yay! Bow bow. Friends with You series? Yes, correct. Sometimes it takes a while when you're in the US or Canada, because like the people in Asia tend to get the products first, and then it takes time, especially since Canada, a lot of postage to Canada got stopped because our postal service was on strike for like 2 months. So the backlog is still getting shipped out from a lot of stuff. But yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be nice to have Furamoko. Oh my god, the new Shiori stuff. I pulled up the website to check the shipping. Oh yeah, there's matching pins. And then you've got the hat. The Hajime stuff is so cute though, too. I love Hajime. Pekora's bag looks nice too. The one for her birthday celebrations. That actually looks really cool. Uh-oh. 66 Canadian? That's actually not that bad. That's actually not that bad. And here we go. Now it's a shopping street. You got the limited set. Nice. I mean, I never dare to go for it because I don't care that much, and I'm like, I don't really need the bloodbath. I'm just catching up on stuff because I've been avoiding Twitter the past few days, so I don't see spoilers for the new Honkai Star Rail stuff. Because people cannot help themselves when it comes to spoilers. And they don't always tag their stuff, so you know. Oh my god, the t-shirt's really nice too, the Pecora t-shirt. Seven years, man. Some of these girlies have been here forever. All of Justice's kimonos are really nice too. Toa! I like when they have nice matte designs, but also I'm like, I don't want to use it because then it gets ruined, but then what's the point in buying usable products if you never actually use the product? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 4 Moko have not shipped yet. This was in like October too. It's been like 3 months. Ah! I mean, sometimes this stuff does take a while, but it's like, what? At what point did you forget about me? You got it too? Nice. You got too many. But they're so cute. The friends with you are so cute. I'll give it a couple more weeks. By the time February rolls around, the Canadian Postal Service will have been back in sway for a month, at which point I think it's very fair to go, hey, I know you guys had to probably had to suspend stuff because our strike, but it's been a month. Can you, like, guys, just confirm that you didn't forget about this? Thank you. The Moonbei song shirt. Ah! Oh, God. One of these days, I will finally get Ina merch, too. Good old Ina. Oh my god! Sorry. I just saw the Mikorone plushies. The Miko and Korone plushies. Oh my god! Those are so cute! The Ina Sea Life hoodie. Oh, yeah. That came out when I was like, I don't need to buy merch or VTubers. Now I'm like, stupid me! Stupid me! Beckoning hairball. Korone. Oh my god. see you around. Enjoy your food. God, the Mikorone plushie is so darn cute. Oh. And of course the Ofuda is sold out. The, like, good luck talismans, of course they are. No! Tragedy has struck. Da, 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 da. Oh, Hololive Mini! Oh god, the Carabiner keychain. As a lesbian, I am obligated to have like 25 of those. Watame! I love Watame. I haven't watched any of her streams in a while. I need to fix that. I miss my O-sheep. Okay, stop looking. Stop looking at the website. You're just gonna want to buy more stuff. Stop. Stop. Bad Diana. Bad Diana. You're supposed to be saving money and getting rigging done and getting custom backgrounds and stuff. You don't need more merch of your million Oshis. A dangerous rabbit hole. It's so dangerous. Why is it so dangerous? God. When I was going to my parents' place, I saw how they had, because when I left, so, like, my parents don't live in Toronto, which is why I'm okay of saying I was in Toronto, because it's, like, the closest city to where they are. When I left, last time I was there, they were doing a whole bunch of construction in the station, and they finally finished a lot of it. So I was going around, I'm like, damn. At first I was like, I wouldn't want to come back here. Everyone's rude here. It smells. And then I see all of, like, the convenient capitalism. I'm like, they almost got me. They almost got me. The siren's call of stuff is dangerous. Now I have, fucking Hololive song stuck in my head. No! My poor brain.
Hi, Mogu. No, Pep. Sorry, Pep. I know, you're like, ma'am. Where's my second dinner? It's almost time.
It's almost time. Be patient, my girl.
Yes. Hello.
Alright. I'm actually gonna get up and go give her some food. Stretch a little bit. Get myself some water. We'll probably wrap up within like the next like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. I am starting to get tired and my throat's starting to go, but I'm not quite ready to wrap up yet. So for now, I will just get up, feed the cats, get some agua, and I will be right back. Hang on, you guys don't got any sound right now? Oh, hey, it was ad break. Perfect. Hang on, you guys don't have any sound right now? Uh-oh, hang on. All according to plan, all according to Keikaku. Well, alright. I'll be back in like a minute anyway, so just hold tight. I know silence is scary. But just bear with it for a couple minutes and I'll be back. I realize I don't have my OST added to the be right back screen anymore, and by the time I find it, break will be over. So hold me, I'm scared. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'll be right back.
Object permanence? Really? I mean, I know you're like 18 months, but God. I didn't realize it was like that. Is that hi? Yes, it's Dee Dee. Yes, it's me. Hi. Hi. Peekaboo. It's been 3,000 years. It's been 3,000 years. That graphic was so funny, Zon. Bless you. The true joy of, like, there's nothing wrong with people who commission all of their stuff. Arguably, that's a better way to go about it because, you know, then you're paying artists and stuff. But there's something very, very fun about having a community who does art or silly graphics. It's like, ah, yes. It's like, we are one. We community. We have our own in-jokes. It's very fun. It is. I always enjoyed making those little graphics when I could. Way back in the day for fandom stuff. Using Pokemon X and Y in particular, I'm like, oh, I love X and Y. That was an interesting one. I think that was the first time one, like, you know, the equivalent of Team Rocket disappointed me because I'm like, really? Is this our evil organization? This trying to frickin' use a laser beam. It's what? You cleared a boss in Nikkei. Nice. God, at some point I'll go back to Nikkei. I pop in and out. So little time in the day. But it's like, if there's other stuff you'd rather play, then there's no point forcing yourself. Like, your gacha game shouldn't feel like a chore. I remember X and Y, there was like the bug where if you saved in one of the towns, it would like glitch out. So like they were like, don't save at the Pokemon Center! Lunar New Year soon, you're right! God. That's like, what, 2 weeks? We're outing ourselves as not being Asians here. Yes, the 29th. That's what I thought. Very nice.
the Walmart here has been selling like Maneke Neko and like some other like snake statues and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm tempted. The first time a Pokemon mainline game required an update for stability, yup. Good thing it was on the 3DS at that point, and like, you know, you could send through the patch, because man, imagine having to recall like the carts or stuff. I know about Lunar New Year from your gacha games, true. Was it a live options before that? Nope. If they found a really bad bug, they're like, well, we'll fix it for the next press of games. Everyone else, you can send in your copy if the serial number matches and we'll like get you a new one, but like you're not playing the game for 2 weeks. Fortunately, that never happened to me, but God. I remember trying to get a copy of Pokemon Yellow, and Papa Melis took me to EB Games, which eventually became like GameStop and stuff. And I don't know if they just never tested it, but I got one, and then the same day we had to take it back because some piece inside was broken. Like if you shook the game cart, you would hear something rattling around. So of course it didn't work. Papa Melis was pissed because we lived 45 minutes away from town. It's like, what do you mean it doesn't work? I'm like, it doesn't work. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm like 8 years old. What do you want from me? This is why we should have bought a full-priced copy, Dad. I did eventually get one that worked. I think they had a few, but I'm like, damn. Did no one try plugging this thing into their Game Boy or something before, you know, you put it out for sale? No? Okay. EB Games, yeah, EB Games, back when they only sold games and not a huge-ass wall of frickin' Funko Pops and anime figures and God knows what else. I mean, I know they have to do stuff to survive, because the digital market has pushed more and more things out, but I'm like, man. It used to be you'd go to EB Games, you look at the games, you leave if you don't buy anything. Now you've got freaking kids thinking this is like their jungle gym wonderland. I remember being in there, when was it? December-ish. I was there with Iduna and her partner Ace. We were looking at stuff because we were there before we were gonna go see Dragon Ball Daima in theaters because they were showing the first 3 episodes in theaters. And there were like a group of like teenage kids or something like that, and the dude was like, no like roughhousing in the store or something like that. And there was some Asian kid who like every time like someone was like, yeah, so and so, don't roughhouse, he's like, I'm not a horse. And I'm like, don't say anything. Don't say anything. They're just being sassy, but they are annoying me. Like, especially, like, I mean, I was definitely in high school and you would, like, sometimes get a little too enthusiastic with hailing products in a store. But, like, especially when you're in a crowded, tiny store like EB Games and there's, like, you know, fragile and expensive stuff around, I don't know. I wouldn't dare. I feel you, yeah. I'm like, It's like, you're not a horse? Then act like it. Act like you have more intelligence than the horse, because you're not really doing a good job right now, buddy. And it was funny because one of them came up to me and was like, "Hi, how are you doing? Are you having a good day?" And I'm like, "I am twice your age, child." I know, I look like I'm probably only 5 years older than you, and you're like, "Yay, older women!" I'm like, no. I am closer in age to your mother than I am to you. Back away. Yay, older women. It was extra funny because I was Iduna had grabbed my hand to walk around because, you know, girls be cute like that sometimes. And so this teenage kid's trying to talk us up while we're standing here holding hands, and I'm like, shoot your shot, I guess. It's like, one of us is married. The other is extremely gay. I mean, Iduna is also queer, but, like, you know, she's married to Ace, who's a cishet dude, so it's like different perception. She blends in better. Bold move, literally. I'm like, damn. Insert basketball shot. Literally, it's like, guys. This is what happens when you look young. It's like, they're like, you're just in university, right? No. University, like, I started university like about 10 years ago, buddy. Like, try again. That is the one funny thing about getting to meet new family, like my Papa Melis's cousins and stuff like that. Because they have no idea how old I am. They thought, like, you know, Papa Melis had a 20-year-old daughter at, like, you know, like when he's in like his 70s, and they're like, damn, all right. It's like, no, surprise. And yeah, I guess Rhoda's husband used to run a restaurant, and she would help out, and she's like, if I saw you at the restaurant, I don't think I would have served you alcohol. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be carded for the rest of my life. I noticed at some point, people were taking more and more time checking my ID before they served me. And I remember being out for dinner with a bunch of friends, and I was getting out my ID, and my other friend was like, it's fine, they're not gonna ID us, we're like all together. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I look like someone's kid sister here. They're gonna check my ID. And sure enough. It's like, I'm not gonna escape being carded until, like, I actually start having gray hair and wrinkles. Like, this is the blessing and the curse of the baby face. Screaming inside. The wonder grind kind of hurts when I want to go farm a Gostia or something. I feel you. I thought I had finished all of my nodes, but I was like, no, apparently last time this event ran, I only got halfway through level 3, so I'm like, god damn it. So I'm gonna be here for a while. Right? I'm like, no! Such is life, I suppose. God damn. Well, we gotta farm the wonder for 500 years. Such is life. Such is life. We will get through this, though. We will get through this. I'm starting to space out, though, so maybe it's time to wrap things up. We've been oh god, I've been chatting for like 2.5 hours nonstop. But yep, that's where my brain's going. I understand now, alrighty. I did get some work done. Mostly yapped though, but that's fine. She's so old, her Fate episodes are filled with battles. Yeah, god, I'm glad I went through all of her stuff already. Alrighty. Let's see here. Who can I... Thanks for streaming. Yeah! Alright, if you guys have anyone you want me to raid, by all means. Excuse me. Oh god. Because yeah, we're finishing at like a weird time. So usually the people we raid into around 10 p.m. aren't going yet. Sneezy sneezy acho! Let's see. You have one? Okay, hit me! Share me your wisdom. Okay, uno momento. Mel imagination. Okay. God, for some reason the emotes are breaking in my side of the chat. Good grief. Even the game's like, please leave. Even the internet's like, nah, not time for this. Alright. I was confused. God. The internet's breaking. The internet's breaking. Alrighty, I will send you guys off to Melly Imagination then for some chill and art stuff. So that's gonna be it from me. I will see you guys tomorrow for, I believe it's Tales of Mystria we're doing tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Like I said, I might change things around a little bit since Tales of Graces comes out on Friday. But I'll figure out the schedule. Thank you for the raid and the Discord on. Alrighty, guys. That is going to be it for me. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a wonderful rest of your day. And if it's nighttime, have a great rest when you head on off to bed. And until next time, take care of yourself, wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye! There we go. I was like, oh my god. Even my stuff is slow. No! Okay, time to go. Time to go. Bye-bye!